Hello and welcome to another episode of Team Dynamics Workplace. I'm Karen Chaston and I'm the co-founder of the Chaston Centre. And today we're going to be deep diving into, as you just saw, seek to understand. Seek to understand every single person in your organisation. Whether you are the leader or the janitor, it's really ideal that we all take the time to get to know, like and trust. But more importantly, how do we do that? It's like this is a great thing. Everyone needs to know, like, and trust each other. But how do you actually do it? Well, it starts off by you actually sitting down and taking the time to seek to understand who they are, what has happened in their life, what has brought them to being the person that they are today. So often we look at people and we go, oh my God, why? Like, you're this, you're that, and we judge them. But we don't seek to understand what has happened in their life to make them the way they are. We are all born perfect. We're all born these happy, amazing people. Just have a look at children. Just have a look at how quickly they go in and out of their emotions and how they spend the majority of their time in joy, in love and being happy. They don't always, if there's something wrong with them, there is something wrong in their life. It's that simple. It could be that they have a dirty nappy, or they're hungry, or maybe they're just not receiving the love that they require so that they can feel safe and secure. Let's fast forward, 18, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. We haven't really moved that far away. We all want to feel secure, safe, protected, in an environment where we know that we are liked, trusted, respected, and that's all that we require to start to build this team dynamic workplace. It really is that simple. And when you look around the world, let's have a look. Let's get my little slides up because I love having my little slides up. So when we look around the world, right, at all of the people out in the world, that's what everyone requires. It's not a lot to feel safe, secure, protected, respected. They know that when they share their opinion, they're listened to because people have taken the time to seek to understand them. Now, Gallup have done yearly surveys for a very, very long time, and they do it on the engagement of employees. And for many, many years, it is shown that only 15%, 15% of all employees are engaged in the workplace. So if we take that out into the whole world, that means that of nearly 8 billion people, they also reckon that 60% of the world population are engaged, either it's owning a business or running a business or in a business, right? 60% of 8 billion people comes down to 5 billion people. If you have only 15% of them engaged, that means that 4 billion people in the world are disengaged. Why are they disengaged? Because people haven't sought to understand them. It truly is that reason why we have this great resignation going on at the moment. People are saying, enough, enough. I want to be valued. I want to be listened to. I really have these amazing ideas, but no one is listening to me. They're going off in these tangents where they're wasting so much money to introduce these ideas that if they just listen to me, open the door and listen to me. I've been trying to knock on that door and talk to you for so long. That's what the employees are saying to you. And that's why team dynamic workplace is so important. It is time. So spend the next couple of minutes with me. It won't be long, where I can share these amazing ideas that are so easy to implement into your workplace. I love to do that. I love to assist businesses to value their employees as their greatest asset. It's that simple. Because when you have that flick of a mindset change, you truly will not only stop the great resignation, you will seek to understand. So, how do we do this? So it's like a horizon. Don't you love a horizon? I took this photo only a month ago down at Scott's Head. I was spent a week with my daughter, and it was the most amazing week. And yes, we could literally go out onto our balcony and take that sunrise photo. How amazing is that? But what I love about a horizon is the infinite possibilities. That's what it says to me, because we live in a universe of infinite possibilities. And so often we get stuck in the one possible way. This is the way we run the company. This is the way we've always done things. This is the way that you do this procedure. This is the way that you come to work and the way you leave in these hours, in this format, and you can't work from home, and you can work from home, and then you can't, and then you can. It's continually changing, but do you know what it is? Infinite possibilities. So why can't we as individuals, who is a different person to the other person sitting beside us, why can't we work the way that works best for us? Because do you know what happens when you introduce that idea into your employees? Not only will they work the desired amount of hours, they will go above and beyond. Because what you have done is you have respected them. You have said, okay, you would prefer to do your hours from, say, noon to 8 p.m. That works in better with your family situation. Of course you can, right? We will just make sure that when you are needed in a meeting or anything like that, if it's outside those hours, will you rock up? Of course they will. Why wouldn't they? Because 80-90% of the time, they are working in the best way that suits them and their lifestyle at home. It's so many different things that you can do for your employees that are really simple changes. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's just a change of a perspective. It's just a change of actually sitting down, seeking to understand who they are. Do you know your employees? Do you know what their home life is like? Do you know how many children they have, or whether they have aging parents that they're caring for, or whether they have no children, but they also are doing other things? You know, they're in the community doing these volunteer works and all these sort of things. So often we narrow the mind of who our employees are. We see them as one-dimensional. We see them as this in-person who comes to work, does this, and then goes home. We don't seek to understand what is going on in their life. And we lose so many valuable employees, but not by not taking the time to sit down, find out, how can I help you? How can I make your job easier? How can I make it so that you always rock up to work ready to put the hours in, to really produce above and beyond what is expected of you? Because we can all do that when we know we're valued, we're respected, and we are liked. You know, our number one survival pattern is to feel secure, safety. It's survival. Our second one is to thrive. But not many people are thriving in their work environments, even the leaders. So often we're so stressed, we're so caught up in the plan, we can't see the big picture. We can't lift our head up to see the big picture, to understand what is the next best possible step forward. It's our mindset that gets in the way so often. We've tapped out of our heart and we're nowhere near our gut because we're just so into our mindset of limit, limit, limit. And through that, it's our attitude. We haven't even looked at our attitude. Is there a different way we can change our attitude? From our attitude comes to our behaviors. We don't sit down and take the time to design what is the best step forward. Let's look at our attitude. How can I change my behaviors? Let's get the employees. Look at your attitude. How can you change your behaviors? From there, you will develop your action steps, and from action steps, you will come to success. It truly is that simple when it comes to your employees in the workplace. But it starts with you. It always starts with you. Let's have a look at your attitude. Do you believe that the way that you are leading your people is the best possible way? And what is your management style? How are you leading your people? Are you micromanaging them? Are you delegating to them? Are you trusting them? Do you like them? It really does matter. Because once you can understand your attitude towards your people, you can look at your behavior. You can look at the things that you want to stop doing, the things you want to start doing, and the things that you know it is best for you to continue doing. When you do that exercise, you can then come up with your action plan, the action plan that will guarantee success, that will get your organization out of the 15% disengaged or out 15% engaged and make it go to 85% engaged, where you've got only the 15% disengaged. And of course, it's an easy step to get from there, but you've got to start with yourself. And so often we blame everyone else in the workplace. If something goes wrong, we don't take responsibility. Too busy taking responsibility when everything goes right. But it's a team collaboration. We are all community-based people. We love our environments, the physical environments, the people who are in our environment. And by the time that you start to look at your environment and you're wondering why it's so hard to motivate your staff, this is where you start. And then from there, you can start to put all the little pieces together, which will give you and ensure that you are running the most amazing organization. So what sort of leader are you? I asked you that earlier. Are you an average sort of leader? What is an average sort of leader? An average sort of leader raises the bar on themselves. A good leader raises the bar for others. But the world-class leader, is that what you want to be? A world-class leader inspires others to raise their own bar. Now, I just love that because so often we're doing this stuff for ourselves. Sure, we may bring people along with us, but inspiring them to raise their own bar. That's what the Chasten Centre is all about. We love to assist you because we know together we can create your team dynamic workplace. Isn't that what it's all about? Creating your team dynamic workplace. That's what the system is all about, and this is what we guarantee. We guarantee that give us your worst employee, and we guarantee that they will become one of your best or they will resign. And isn't that a win-win for all? Seriously, isn't that a win-win for all? That's what the Chasten Centre is all about. And that's what I love to do. I love to assist people to give us your worst employee. We guarantee they'll become one of your best or they will resign. A win-win for all. I just can't say that enough because it's so important for us all to know and understand that. So that's my little video today on how you can start to build your team dynamic workplace. And it all starts with you seeking to understand who you are, what you're doing, how you are enhancing the workplace, how you are inspiring others to raise their own bar. And it doesn't have to be a long way to start with. You can just go from there to there. You know, it takes a long time to go from there to there. And let's face it, most of us are here. We're choking. We're choking on everything that we have in our lives, and we don't know what to do. And that's where I come in. I can come in with a different perspective. I'm not choking. I'm not dying in the midst of it all. I have my head way above water and I can clearly see that horizon. I can clearly see what you are missing because you've got your head in here. You're drowning, and you just don't know how to get out of the water. So I highly suggest that you reach out to me because today's the day that you can start to create that team dynamic workplace. Because do you know what happens when you do? Your people will begin thriving in all areas of their life. And in the Chasten Centre model, there are 9 areas of life. And that's a lot. Imagine when they all are thriving in all of their life, how everything's rolling along nicely, just like a wheel on a car. Their whole 9 areas wellness wheel is rolling along. Imagine what they're going to be like when they rock up to work, knowing that they're there to do the tasks that they have been decided to do today, that you have said, this is the best things we can do today. This is how we can make our difference today. You've got your people thriving. Then all of a sudden, your customers are thriving. It's just infectious. The customer service that you start to receive is amazing. It's unbelievable the way your people are going above and beyond for your customers. And then from there, it just naturally flows on out into all of your stakeholders, everyone who is invested, your suppliers, your investors, the board, everyone is just thriving. And it all starts with you building that team dynamic workplace, because it's infectious. It just rolls along and rolls along and rolls along, so that you do end up with a company. Your people are thriving. Your profits are way beyond any of your budgets, any of your forecasts. They have gone exponentially way beyond, all because you took the time to inspire your people to raise their own bar. That's how you build a world-class business. Well, thank you for listening to me, and I look forward to seeing you real soon on another video. I'm Karen Chaston from the Chaston Centre. I'll see you live next Monday when we deep dive into how you can move beyond any kind of loss and create your better everyday life. And as always, on Thursdays, we deep dive into how you can create your team dynamic workplace. Bye for now, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye. I think I'm still live. Yes, I am.